My foot was a balloon.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC recap. Russia, eye poke. Not Russia, Mexico, eye poke. UFC Copenhagen Fight Week. Bellator Fight Week. MMA news shenanigans with the MMA. Holes. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. We are here. We are live. The intro is fucked up, but I have to say this.
Yeah?
I literally just stepped out of the shower. I right out of the shower on air, so I'm fresh. I am the cleanest I've ever been on the MMA holes. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm sparkly right now, Jesse. How are you?
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
Wonderful.
How you
Good.
feeling?
Of course I'm wonderful.
Jesse, your head is a balloon.
My foot was a
So
balloon.
I have to give a huge thanks to Batgirl, because without Batgirl, I wouldn't have this galore that is on my head right now.
Ooh.
So thank you, Batgirl.
There you go. She's got the Papa Kappa on her head. The now what is the history of this Dagestani sheep sex hat? What is this?
Apparently, it's something that the warriors wore.
Oh.
If I read that correctly, that warriors used to wear in the Russian military or something like that. I'm not really entirely sure of the background of it, but I know it's native to Russia.
It looks good. It looks very good. It's difficult for me to see. Now, I can understand the Warriors being extremely tough and nasty.
Looking like this?
They're tough, but with those hats on, Khabib looks tough with the hat on. But
Yes.
I'm just
But
trying
me,
to
no?
picture
I
a
don't
bunch.
look tough?
I'm trying to picture a bunch of Warriors with those hats on.
Imagine this.
They look
coming
warm.
At you.
It looks like a warm hat. What do you guys think in the chat? Is that a tough hat that Jesse has on? And thank you to Batgirl for being wonderful.
Wonderful.
We have a spectacular show for you guys and gals tonight. Oh my God. Yair Rodriguez puts the claws in the eyes of Jeremy Stephens.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Jeremy Stephens, that's who the guy is. And a lot of controversy. People throwing things in Mexico, going cray-cray, and rightfully so. I mean, well, they have a right to be upset. But maybe they took it a little too far. But no one got hurt, right? I don't think. I heard security might have got a little dinged up on the way out. But Jeremy Stephens is fine. And his eye seems to be fine, more importantly. So I do want to start this show off discussing this. Because it was quite the conversation when it happened. And now it's kind of sunk into your heads and your skulls.
Yeah.
And now that we are a couple of days removed from this, Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
So, after careful inspection, Moss,
Yes.
there is no doubt that Stephens' eye was clearly damaged. Now, I am extremely upset at the results of this fight, the fact that it was a no contest. I heard that Stephens and Rodriguez did get into a brawl afterwards at a hotel, which we'll talk about a little bit. And the way Rodriguez treated the entire situation, I'm not too pleased with.
Mm-hmm.
I think his best bet would have been to at least, now I don't put 100% fault on him, but to at least own up to the fact that he eye poked him, you know?
King K with the super chat.
First our jobs, now our eyes. #build the wall.
Oh, stop it.
Unbelievable. Thank you, King K. I see Connor Hernandez came in with a donation too. Let's see. It's coming up the rankings right now. We'll let that play. But yeah. What do you think about that? First the eyes. Do you think we should build the wall?
That's racist.
That's racist. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, so let's remove. I mean, I think we kind of win out of this. The poor people in Mexico who paid their hard-earned money, for the tickets to this fight, they kind of got screwed. Not just this, but people were upset about the Esparza versus Grasso fight. I wasn't. We'll get to that later. But they're upset. 15 seconds in, closed the eyes, looked a little shady, but it was their guy. And then they were throwing shits at Jeremy Stephens because he couldn't continue. Do you think that we kind of made out in this one?
Absolutely not. No. What made us make out in it?
Well, Mexico was a bust. But now, if you think about it, if they insert this UFC Boston, which would be spectacular, they lost their co-main event, and coincidentally, they want to run it back. Now, boom, you have a pretty decent co-main event for Weidman and...
I don't know if it's... I mean, I could think of a million other co-main events that would probably be a little more exciting, but...
Well, in short notice like this, who do you put in there? There's no one. Boston is in a couple weeks away, And you have Weidman versus Dominic Reyes. Weidman moves up to light heavyweight. And if you insert this fight, Yair versus Jeremy Stephens at the co-main event
Did
fight...
you just say Weidman versus Dominic Reyes?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused.
What do you mean you're confused?
Go back. I missed what you said or something. I got lost there for a minute.
That's okay. Welcome to Earth.
No, I was listening. It's just I think I might have
Yes, Boston.
Have you ever skipped time?
No, we're not going to go there. But Weidman versus Dominic Reyes is fighting at the top of UFC Boston. Okay, you're aware of this, right?
Okay, I thought I heard you say Cruz. Dominic Cruz.
No. Dominic Cruz versus Weidman would be a pretty unfair fight.
That's where
By the way, Connor Hernandez, I did see your donations come through. And he says he got his shirt, and thank you for purchasing that. I don't know why that alert... Oh, there we go.
Super chat.
But why is this other one not going through? Here we go, Connor.
I donated twice and they didn't show WTF.
What the hell? What is that about? So, Connor Hernandez, thank you very much. I saw both of your donations that came in about the shirt, and I have no idea. Super Chat is Google, is YouTube. I recommend you use Streamlabs down below in the description. We get more of a percentage out of that. Google gets 30% of the Super Chat. So if you are going to donate, try the Streamlabs links down below in the description section over there, and you get different songs, and it's a better payout for us. So I'm sorry that didn't play. Oh, there it is.
Super chat.
And now it's playing. Look at that. But it's not. But there you go. Thank you, Connor Hernandez. Appreciate it. What the hell is... What is that about? Is that not weird? Right? What the hell's going on there? It's like a bizarro world. Regardless of the fact, we did see your donations.
Batgirl just sent in a $28 donation.
All right. Well, hopefully that thing... Oh, no, it just came through right now, so you got to let this
3 minutes ago.
catch up. All right, let it catch up. We'll keep an eye on that. But you just... Spoiler alert. Shh. Put your Khabib hat on before it comes on. Quickly. Anyway, so this is a co-main event.
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is
She
it?
sees in the future. There it is! There it is! What?
Hey, I want to
She's
ask
back!
you guys, what time is it?
Oh my God!
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
Woo!
Points, Jesse. It's Khabib time.
Wow, look at that, Jesse.
Batgirl!
The return.
I remember Batgirl asked me to do something with this paprika now. I'm supposed to make a video of some sort regarding Khabib. So I'll have to go back and figure out exactly what it is I'm supposed to do. Or if you can remind me in the chat, Batgirl, and I'll do that for you.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be a Khabib time, basically a pep video, like rah-rah Khabib video. So that's what you got to do. You got to get people pumped up about Khabib Nurmagomedov.
I got it.
Or maybe, I mean, I don't want to wait until his next fight. I think you should make a video.
I'll do it now.
Calling all Khabib fans. You want to do it live?
Well, I don't know if I can do it. Can I? I don't know. I want to make it look good so I can post it on social media.
Well, what you have to do is you have to look them in the eyeballs, and you have to say calling all Khabib fans, and you have to rally them up for his next fight.
I'll record it and edit it so it sounds good, and I'll post it on social media for Batgirl to see, and for all the Khabib fans to see.
There you go. Batgirl says hype video for his next fight. All right, so you could wait for his next fight if you want to do that. All right. So the Jesse hype video for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Who will he fight? Is it Tony Ferguson? Hands to God.
I'll wear this for the next 10 minutes in honor of Batgirl. Now that Batgirl's back in the chat.
Yeah,
Batgirl. It's
Batgirl.
so good to have Batgirl back.
Then thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it, Batgirl. All right, so back it up for a second. So what we were talking about was the eye poke, Jeremy Stephens versus Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I was saying, I think it's a blessing in disguise for us fans. Unfortunately, the Mexican fans did not get that lucky, and I think they should have gotten some sort of refund for something like this. I know it's what they sign up for, but it's not like they fight there multiple times a year, and these fans got screwed. They really didn't get to see what they were there to see, you know?
Yeah.
So what could the UFC do for Mexican fans? Could they do a free ESPN Plus or free pay-per-views for them or some shit like that? Don't you think they should do something for Mexico?
No, because I think the way that the Mexican fans handled the entire situation was sort of disgraceful, and to be quite frank, a little embarrassing on behalf of Mexico. I think the way they handled it was absurd. I understand anger. I understand being upset with the result of a fight, or being upset that a fight leads to a no contest before you get the opportunity to see it. But let's be real here. Like, you guys got to see an entire prelim card and main card. The only thing you didn't get to see was the main event. So yeah, it sucks. But what? You're gonna force Jeremy Stephens' eye to just magically start working? It doesn't work that way. So I think that the way they handled it for an injured fighter, it was very embarrassing on behalf of Mexico. I wish they would have handled it a lot better. I really do.
Well, they didn't handle it maturely at all. So your people, if you had a chance to speak to your people right now take off that hat and talk to the Mexicans. Talk to the your Mexican peoples, Jesse. Maybe in their native tongue or your native tongue. Speak to them and say, hey, what's going on here?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna.
No, you're not gonna scold them?
No, I think I did a pretty good job of doing that just now, Moss. Like.
Oh, excuse me.
I made my point.
All right, so she's not happy with the Mexican people. Okay, so this is the thing that confuses me. I mean, if someone is injured, you can't really tell whether they're mailing it in or they're really injured. You can never tell. So it's for people to be throwing things at Jeremy Stephens, it's completely ridiculous. Yair Rodriguez putting his hand out like that, you know, the more I watch it, the more I don't understand why he did it. And I understand it's a fight and things happen and accidents happen, but this instance just was bizarre. And I picked Yair. Oh, Vlad, what the fuck? You know, what is going on? Well, why is this happening to me tonight? I mean, I took a shower, and Vlad, thank you for the donation. We're going to play it again. Like, what is that? What is that? So apparently when we go to this scene over here, Jess, the donations, they don't like the donations in that scene. Look, see, it does that.
I just sent it through again, and you were...
Well, you got to tell me before you do it.
All right, I'm going to send it through right now. Ready?
Go ahead. Go for it. There it is. Hey.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
There it is. Vlad.
I've seen a growing amount of crybabies complaining about the fans. Did they keep that same energy when Brazil threw shit at Colby? How about when the fans in Vegas threw shit at Khabib? Those must have all been Mexicans too.
Those pesky Mexicans. You know what's funny? As soon as the fight was stopped, what did I say in the reaction? I said, they're going to riot. By the way, I looked at other reaction videos. No one else said that they were going to. Everyone was surprised. Like, oh my God, they're throwing stuff. I said they were going to riot. Mystical Moss. Now, I didn't say they were going to riot because they were Mexican.
You can't stop the Siberian Express.
I just thought they were going to riot. Pulse Resurrected.
Shout out to the dude behind the account of Batgirl. Great gift, bro. All Jesse needs is Connor's Gucci mink to go with it because in the words of John Witherspoon, you got Tico wa erinate.
I just want to give a huge shout out to Pulse Resurrected for assuming that the character behind Batgirl was a male, because it is indeed not. We have had contact with Batgirl, and it is indeed a female. So, try again, buddy.
Pulse.
Gaylord.
You're the Gaylord of the evening. But thank you for that donation. I really appreciate it. Yeah, she is a girl. But all right. Anyway, Pulse Resurrected with the donation. If you'd like to drop a donation, link in the description, or the super chat is open as well. All right, what about what Vlad said over there? You know, maybe it's not all Mexicans. Everyone does this.
I think it's just UFC fans in general. I mean, you're a fan of MMA for a reason. I think all of us have that inner rage that makes us enjoy the sport so much. So I don't think it's just Mexican fans. I'm saying in this particular situation, there were predominantly more Mexican fans, so it does look worse on Mexico, where it took place, the situation, and how it was handled. So, when it comes to like the Khabib fight and the Colby fight and stuff, where they were kind of throwing shit at them in the other ones, then it's different. I think it's UFC fans in general just sometimes don't know how to react to certain situations.
All right, so I don't know if you guys and gals have seen this. Jesse, you saw this? Did I show you this thing?
Yes.
Michael Bisping, who was doing the color commentating, and I don't remember who the announcer's name is, but this is on Michael Bisping's Instagram. Follow him. It's Mike Bisping, Bisping. All right, so he posted this video on the IG, and let me know with the ones in the chat if you've seen this. But I'm just going to play the part with the play-by-play guy. I don't know this guy's name, but check this out. Okay, here they are sitting at the desk. Oh, let's make this bigger so you can see that. They're sitting at the desk, okay? And this is when the decision happens. So the decision happens, and look at Bisping's reaction. It's like, son of a bitch. That's horseshit, right? So the play-by-play guy is sitting there, and he looks concerned. He looks a little nervous, Jesse.
Brandon.
What's his name?
I think it's Brandon something.
Brandon
I always forget
Chicken Shit?
I always forget his name.
Okay.
Batgirl.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Choo-choo.
I watched some mini Khabib videos. I do not think she is a legit Khabib fan. I think her parents are making her dress this way. Might be unpopular to say, but Jessie is Khabib's #1 fan.
Do you want to address that now? Mini Khabib.
I am Khabib's #1 fan.
Maybe she is.
Batgirl.
Thank you,
or maybe Batgirl's Khabib's #1 fan.
Yeah,
But,
it's possible. Mini Khabib
It
has been floating around the MMA chat scene. I've been seeing her
you think
pop
it's her
in,
parents?
and I'm kind of with Batgirl on this one, because how is she getting to these things? And how did she find out? The parents are probably super fans.
Who's filming her?
They got into this stuff. Yeah, maybe Pop has a cell phone. It's like, all right, take all these pictures. They get to meet all these fighters, and it's cool. But maybe she's not that big of a Khabib fan.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
What better way to get in the game than to utilize your cute, adorable little child?
It's possible. I don't know. Who knows? But we don't know the real story. Mini Khabib, if you're in the chat, let us know. All right, here we go. So now they're looking around. Now Michael Bisping turns around, and what's this guy's name? Dan? You said Dan what?
No, I think it's let me just look. It's Brandon something.
Brandon Gaylord.
Gaylord.
It's so fucking funny. Anyway, who cares? Who cares what his name is? All right, so he's looking around, he's talking.
Fitzgerald. Brendan Fitzgerald.
They came here to see Yair Rodriguez.
I probably shouldn't play the order.
Yeah, no.
So he came here to see Yair Rodriguez, and all right, here we go. So something hits the camera, right? You can see over here something wet hits the camera. That hits the camera. Now Michael Bisping stands up, and he's a badass. He turns around and looks at the Mexicans in the eyes. Well, in the eye, because he only has one eye.
Wonderful.
And he's like, whoa, easy. And where does Brandon go? Right under the table.
And what's better is he goes, I'm just going to duck right under here.
Look at him. He's under the table. What is he doing? Bisping's laughing.
He's like, I don't hide.
The Mexican crowd was absolutely disgraceful. Not to mention Yair Rodriguez acted like the world's biggest bitch right after the fight.
He did.
What is chewed? Miss Grasso, however, was classy in defeat even when she won the fight. Preach church tabernacle.
All right, so there we go. Manny C, thank you for the donation. And
now,
yeah.
Speaking of the disgraceful crowd, let me just show you something that I caught that absolutely no one seems to mention in this entire thing. What was it, Zoom 3?
Yeah.
Look at this. I'll show you in a minute.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Yes, just check out her fight reaction video. It was cringeworthy. I felt bad for her.
Aw.
Oh, boy.
From the Khabib fight? I'm interested to see that.
Yeah, we'll check it out. I'm not going to dump on her because she's a kid.
Yeah, she's just
so
14.
I don't know if I could really dump on her, but I will make fun. I don't know.
Well, Batgirl says she felt bad for her.
Oh, it felt bad for her? Because she's like a show kid? It's like her parents dragging around. We need to hear from the horse's mouth. No pun intended.
Now,
all right.
It's something that nobody seems to mention in this entire thing. Everyone's focused on Brendan ducking under the table here, right? Now watch this. Brendan ducks under the table, but nobody's pointing out This guy over here using the entire chair as a shield the entire video. Nobody's pointing that out. Like, I think that's probably more funny than the guy ducking under the table.
But you know what? Yeah, and that is a puss move too. But Bisping is making them both look like homos over here. And let's be honest, the play-by-play guy he's like 6'5". He's a massive dude, this guy. He's huge. You see the sizes? He's not a small dude. And he completely pussified himself.
Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Pulse again.
My apologies to Batgirl, it's just that I know for a fact you aren't who a lot of people in this chat may think you are, so I assumed you had a wang and were pretending. Also, can anyone here who speaks Spanish explain what Yair said to Bisping?
You know, I still have yet to see that.
Oh, man, the video's floating all around. Yeah, Yair Rodriguez, when Bisping grabs him, when he goes into the cage, Bisping grabs him on the shoulder, and Yair turns around and, like, yells nasty shit to him. If in the chat, well, if someone wants to donate the translation, that'd be great. But I don't know what the hell he said. It was pretty. I don't know why Yair got mad at Bisping. Maybe he just didn't want to be interviewed. He's like, fuck this. I shouldn't deserve to be interviewed. Yeah. Yair did. Now, we both picked Rodriguez in this fight. We both thought Rodriguez was going to win. And after it happened, I just had a terrible feeling. Like, he was like freaking out in the cage. He was throwing a temper tantrum. Then he's trying to climb up on top of the cage. They calm him down. Bisping tries to grab him. He's screaming at him.
I saw him
what the fuck is he doing?
On top of the cage, but I didn't see his little interaction with Bisping. I should have watched it before the show, but
yeah. Well, I mean, there is an audio of it. We'll check
I'll
it
look
out.
it up. I'll look it up after the show.
But anyway, back to this video over here. So he goes under the table. There he goes. There he goes. See you later. Now,
super
it's big gaping anus. Look at that.
Bunch of dirty sticks. They live in a skid hole too.
Oh my God, it's a bunch of Colby Covingtons coming in.
I'm not gonna go there.
What do you think about that, Jesse? Can you confirm that?
I'm not gonna go there. Why would you ask what I think about it?
All right, I was just curious. I've seen, like
what
Vlad
do you
said,
think about it?
I've seen riots everywhere. As soon as this happened, you could watch the stream. I said, they're going to riot. It's not going to be like, Viva Mexico, Mexicans going to riot. No, it was, they are going to riot. Because any place that has shit like this go down.
Yeah.
Imagine Madison Square. Picture this. Madison Square Garden where people are paying top dollar. And shit like this happens. Oh, forget it. There's more than beer. There's going to be kids flying at them.
Good night, Jess and Moss.
Good night, Batgirl. Love you, and may you return again soon.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Yeah, drop the bats in the chat for the Batgirl.
That's going to be my farewell to Batgirl from now on.
Wonderful, wonderful.
There you go. You get to look forward to that. All right. So let's see what the chat says about this situation. But like I said before, if it would have happened at the Garden, if it would have happened at MGM, if it would have happened anywhere, Brazil, anywhere, it would have been the same outcome. People would have flipped out, you know? I mean, what would you think? Do you think that they would do the same thing, or do you think the Mexicans specifically like to throw shit?
No, I said this earlier. I said I think it's just UFC fans.
Okay.
I think UFC fans sometimes treat situations a little poorly. That's all.
All right, let's see what the chat says about this.
Everyone's dropping the bats in the chat for Batgirl. Actual Factual says, Jesus Christ, can he repent his asshole because his asshole is clean? Valid Rowdy, I flip in, not out. King K, it wouldn't happen in China. They recover fights. My foot was a balloon. I started a riot in my living room.
My foot was a balloon.
Warren Goodchild says, lovely Batgirl imitation.
It sounds like a bat stuck in a puddle.
Thomas Waters says, my eye was a balloon. It came out of the socket.
Whoa.
Chrome T Dome, JBH, you need to watch more sports. Happens all the time in soccer. Well, I'm not a soccer fan, so I don't need to watch more sports. I just need to watch as much MMA as my little heart desires.
So if you look at the video...
Don't tell me what to do, Chrome!
17 seconds in, he goes under the table. And you have to wait until... And this is going and going and going. And then when you hit... Here we go. He starts to appear at 1 minute and 52 seconds. He starts to appear from... What a fucking guy. Now, we were at an event at Triton Fights, and not nearly as many people at Triton Fights as there is in this building, of course. But remember when the, what was it? It was like a Russian following over there. They started fucking pushing at the gate, and all the security went behind us. Were you there for that? We were
Yeah,
kidside.
I remember there being some situation, but I also remember, I think I was like in the bathroom or something. I remember coming out and you were already there.
You weren't there for that?
No, I was there, but I didn't get to see it all.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
get to see everything
well,
happen.
this is what I remember. I remember they were pushing the barricades in. So they had a Russian fighter fighting, and everyone was speaking whatever Russian language they were yelling and screaming. And thankfully the guy won, but they were pushing the barricade and just like almost like rioting. It was crazy. And then security went behind us, and they were stopping that. This happened in CES too. You weren't at that as well. This happened at CES, and we started freaking out like, holy shit. So I can understand, now you're in this big building. You got a hell of a lot of people there. You're in another country. You don't know what the fuck they got launching. They could be throwing grenades for all you know, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess I could understand why I'm being upset, being scared. But if you see Michael Bisping just standing there like, nothing's wrong, would you go under that table, or would you what would you do?
No, I'm a very competitive person, so I'd be standing there batting everything away as it comes.
Yeah, I don't think I would have wanted. If I saw Michael Bisping next to me standing up and he's fine, I probably would have stood up and been like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Maybe try to calm the crowd down. I don't know. True grit.
Life is full of disappointments. Those fans should have sucked it up. They lacked self-control, thanks to the booze. That being said, no city has more childish and violent fans than Philly. I won't go to a game in Philly. They're savages in Philly.
Oh, what about this? In Vancouver in 1994, the Rangers win the Stanley Cup. Vancouver, they rioted in the streets. They were flipping cars, lighting shit on fire because their team lost a hockey game. I mean, everywhere this shit happens, So it's not just Mexico. As much as I would love to say, oh, it's the Mexicans, they're crazy. No, that's not the case. You can't say that. Anyway. So let's move through to the news. Oh, it's time to work out, Jesse? Is it time to work out, Jesse? Let's do it! Grab your weights. 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes.
The dislikes can choke on a dick.
Oh, man. Don't do that after arm day. Ooh, man. You feel good, Jess? You feel the burn?
Feel the burn, Mom.
All right. At 100, we'll do it again. Oh, you're out of breath. You didn't go to the gym today, so now you got your workout.
I'm not out of breath.
I know.
I would like to say, excuse me. Just
you would like to say what?
Choked on a little spit there.
Yeah.
We have some new friends of the family.
I was going to go there. You read my mind.
Friends of the family. Some new members of the family.
That is correct.
Yes.
Oh, there's one right there.
Oh.
And there's two right there.
Another. Oh.
All right, so here's the deal. Jesse, go ahead. You going to say it or what? You going to spit it out?
Will you guys join me in welcoming Theragun and Sticker Mule?
There you go. Theragun, part of the family. Sticker Mule, part of the family. And they are joining Timeless CBD and Real Bearded Men and BetDSI. That's right. Holy smokes. Welcome to the family.
You got a donation. It's okay. I'll play it right now. Ready?
Okay, what is going on? Why is this happening to me?
Don't flip screens, okay?
So when I flip screens now, this is the new thing.
Super chat.
And of course, it's not going to read what he's saying. Oh, fuck me.
Hey, how are all the wonderful, wonderful motherfuckers out there?
Well, I think you know the answer to that, PBR. We are.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. And I apologize. I don't know why the fuck. It's like when we add more scenes on here, you can't. What's going on? The donations don't want to play? Well, thank you very much, PBR. It was very generous of you and everyone that donated tonight. So, yeah, new family members, Jesse.
Yes.
So this is the order you're going to read.
Let's talk about them.
Okay, so I'm really confused because I'm looking at this and it's out of order than I would assume.
No, it's in order now. So you're going to go from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, we're going to talk about our sponsors, and then we're going to get into the news, so stick around. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything, including NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all the major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some exciting fights or any of the sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description below using promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get a limited time 100% bonus offer as well as $25 as a welcome bonus to make some extra cash on the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
You know where it is. Description, promo code MMA-Hole.
Do you put your body to the test day in and day out? Do your muscles feel so stressed and fatigued that it hurts just to get out of bed in the morning?
What?
Whether you're a rigorous athlete or a hard worker, you want to buy a massage gun that provides the best therapy in the market. Theragun provides an all-in-one massage and recovery tool. Theragun helps you release muscle tension, soreness, and recover faster. Use the link in the description and start using a deep muscle massage treatment unlike anything you've ever felt.
Oh my God, this is epic.
Again, head over to Theragun.com with the link in the description and start feeling better, moving better, and recovering faster with tension and soreness relief.
Oh my God! That looks like fun. So that is coming next week. When we getting a couple
soon.
of days, or
they already sent it out, so soon.
We have a Theragun that we're going to use on air. We're going to tell you how it works over here.
Live review.
And I'm dying for this thing. I've been dying for this thing for the longest time. I have fucked up shoulders, a fucked up neck, and when you're getting ready to work out or you're looking to recover, this thing massages you, and I'm all in.
It's got great reviews.
I want to feel good, so I got my Timeless CBD and Theragun, but what? Timeless CBD?
Well.
Oh.
All right. Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All of Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch is third-party tested. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products such as full-spectrum oils, gummies, pain salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, for up to 20% off of your entire order. We use Timeless CBD on a daily and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 20% off of your entire purchase.
You know the deal. Feel good, feel wonderful, wonderful. And one more, friends. Oh, it's getting jolly up in here, Jesse. You feeling jolly?
Do you own a business, event, or organization and are looking for the most efficient tools for marketing and advertising? Sticker Mule offers easy online ordering with 4-day turnaround and free online proofs with free shipping. Use the link in the description to Sticker Mule and get incredible promotional materials such as durable and waterproof vinyl stickers, coasters, magnets, customized tape, labels, bumper stickers, and more. Sticker Mule offers full color printing at the highest quality that you deserve. Free shipping, free online proofs, fast production, satisfaction guaranteed. We use Sticker Mule for all of our marketing needs and we've never been happier with the products we receive. Visit Sticker Mule with the link in the description today.
They're asking if that's the only sticker. That is the only sticker that they sell over there.
It's all customized. You can do whatever you want.
That's it. That's the one sticker. You go to Sticker Mule, say the MMA Hole sent you, and that is what you can buy. You could get different sizes of that sticker. It's pretty cool. But all joking aside,
yes,
we are getting a bunch of promotional material from them. So that means finally bumper stickers. We're going to be sending shit out to you guys in the chat so you can spam away and have some fun. Slap it on your car, slap it on your wife, slap it on your whore. Wonderful, wonderful.
Slap it on a light pole, stop sign.
A homeless man. You know, just put it on everybody.
Put it everywhere. Put it on buildings, you know. We're not encouraging vandalizing or anything. We're just saying.
I am.
If you ever felt the need.
The need for speed. All right, Jesse, let's get into the news. You know, we have to read the sponsors to pay the bills, but now it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of the show. You ready, Jesse?
I'm ready, Moss.
Okay.
It's the news, faggots. Whoa. What happened there, Moss? According to BJPenn.com, John Kavanagh wants Conor McGregor's return fight to be against Frankie Edgar. Kavanagh hopes Conor McGregor's return fight will be against Edgar. Conor McGregor has been hinting at a return to the octagon for a while, but has had his sights set on Khabib Nurmagomedov's rematch. However, if his coach and John Kavanagh has any say, the Irishman will be fighting former UFC lightweight champ Frankie Edgar in his return fight. Why Kavanaugh likes the Frankie Edgar fight for Conor McGregor is simple. He believes it is an exciting fight for the fans and himself. It will also test the former UFC featherweight and lightweight champs' takedown defense. Whether or not this fight gets booked remains to be seen. Frankie Edgar recently announced he was moving down to bantamweight, but he says he would move all the way up to welterweight for a Conor McGregor fight, regardless of the size. John Kavanaugh is hoping Conor McGregor fights soon and against Frankie Edgar.
I'm pretty sure John Kavanaugh hopes that Conor McGregor will be training with him, because who knows if that's even the case. Anyway, we're going to move on quickly from this because honestly, until we see something, who cares? Who cares, right, Connor? Yes, all right, here we go. Jeremy Stephens.
According to MMA Fighting, Jeremy Stephens reports a deep scratch of the eye and requests a rematch with Yair Rodriguez. Jeremy Stephens said he suffered a deep scratch and deep bruise of his left eye during his ill-fated UFC Mexico City headliner against Yair Rodriguez, but he's already itching for a rematch. Wearing shades over a heavily bandaged eye, Stephens got to the point in a Twitter video posted by ESPN.com saying, quote, "Yair, you think I'm faking, bro? You're the one that poked me in the eye. Let's run it back in 4 or 5 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. I'll be ready."
Boston.
If his position wasn't clear, Stephens ended the message by saying, quote, "Let's run it back, motherfucker."
Boston is where I want it. Jesse, where would you want it? We'll look at
I don't care where it happens. I do agree with you that it should be a co-main, you know. I don't care where it happens. Just make it happen. I really did want to see that fight, so.
Yeah. They need to get this thing going, because another reason too is like, who else should they fight right now? There's really no one else that really makes sense. Make them fight each other. They're right next to each other in the rankings. So you have the well, you can't do this card this weekend. By the way, we're going to talk about this card. If someone saves the show especially, this card is banging.
Yeah?
This is a banging card. I was looking through this thing and I was like, holy shit. We got some really good fights on this thing.
The first thing he says to me about this card earlier today was, he was looking at the card and he goes, "Man, this card is on fire. Good luck picking this one."
Yeah.
Like, thanks for the pressure.
It's good stuff, man. I see knockouts all over this thing. And there are fights that are very difficult. I mean, even down here, DeCasey versus Venata. I mean, that's going to be a stand-up, I'm going to fuck your ass up fight. And that is the second fight on the card. It is very well balanced. It is very early as well. So if you live on the West Coast, I apologize. But it's 2 p.m. for the main card, and prelims starts at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So West Coast, you're going to have some breakfast with us to hang with the boys. Are you pumped up, Jess, to do another early card?
I'm pumped up to have breakfast with the Holes.
Yeah, that's right. Hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
I'm telling you, Gunny's fighting again. Yeah, Gunnar Nelson's on the card. There's just a bunch of fights on here that are banging, and the main event is fantastic. Hermanson versus Cannonier. These two are going to look to take each other's heads off as well. Can't wait. I'm really looking forward to this. The co-main event, all right. Madsen versus Bilardo. I'm going to have to watch Fight Briefing because I'm not too well versed in these guys.
You say that every week that you're going to watch Fight Briefing.
I have to tune in because I don't know. I don't know about these two cans. I have no idea. But everyone else is like, I know these guys. Nelson versus Burns should be very good. Cute Lobber versus Roundtree. Holy shit. That is going to be Fists of Fury. I can't wait. I seriously, after Roundtree has done this whole Thailand thing, he's always been a heavy striker. But now he's got this Muay Thai shit going on. I mean, him versus Cute Lobber, heads will be rolling all over the mat. All right. Anyway, I'm going to start jerking off to this. St. Prue's back in business. So, should be good. And starting off with Alex Oliveira versus Nicholas Dalby. So that would be the first fight on that card. Anyway, the original question before I got sidetracked is, where do you want to see Rodriguez versus Stephens? What card do you want to see it on? Let me know in the chat what card you want to see it on. We're going to take a peek. And I'm going to ask Jessie her opinion as I'm trying to go backwards here.
I already said I don't care where it is. I just want to see it.
All right, so Adesanya versus Whitaker is in Australia. I don't think that's going to happen there. So you go to JJ versus Watterson. It's happening in Florida, October 12th. Let's look at this card over here. This might be the one to throw it on. Flo Rida. The co-main event is Griffin versus Morono. I mean, damn, you got Cub Swanson versus Kron Gracie. Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Ribas. Spann versus our buddy Devin Clark. We should bring him back on, Devin. Is opening the main card. Maybe you can throw it on this thing. I don't know. After this card, I should say, here is the Boston card, October 18th. And this is the one I wanted on. They lost their co-main event with Zabit. So why not put Stephens and Rodriguez, right? I don't know if Macy Barber versus Robertson gets me all hard. I mean, Barber's looks pretty good, but I would love to see that as the co-main. So I like Boston. We'll go past it and see what else they got over here. After that is the Maia versus Askren fight. I'd be cool with this one too. Where is it? Is this in Brazil? This is in Singapore. And Michael Johnson versus Stevie Ray. You can throw it on this one as well. Let's see what the chat says. Where do you want Jeremy Stephens and Yair Rodriguez? Run it back.
Greg on Blaze says, I want Jessica G to come back for one day. I have to tell her something. Danny Daniels fan Watterson has a nice Instagram. Shannon Stewart says it'd be cool to see in Florida. Yo, Joanna. Oh, I missed it. Sorry. Oh, Joanna. Colby Daniels says Joanna hasn't been champ for a while now. Pedophilia is slap it on a Mexican. Go to Sticker Mule for a customizable return to sender post-it.
You can get everything there. They got really good deals. Check out their website. Link in the description.
Justin Jr. says DC Stipe 3 confirmed. Alex Jones, All-American New York Style Mrs. Moss Furburger, a classic.
Wonderful.
Alex Lovell, what happened to Jessica? Golden Ashtray, next fight night. John Paul RV, Big Rig Dern, better make weight this time. D-Rest says Hermanson is going to destroy that ninja.
You think so, huh?
John Paul? Yair's eye poke wasn't what convinced me. It was his tantrum. Yo, Jordan, yes, Justin, the trilogy is confirmed.
By the way, do we have a story on that? Cormier, I mean, we should. Cormier versus Stipe 3. He was on Ariel today. How many people saw that interview? I saw bits and pieces, but I saw enough. Let's go right into it, Jesse. That story over there, it should be fiery. Cormier, DC versus Stipe 3.
According to the Bleacher Report, Daniel Cormier won't retire from the UFC until he gets his Stipe Miocic trilogy. Daniel Cormier has made mention today that he wants the rubber match with Stipe Miocic before he retires from the UFC. He said on Ariel Helwani's MMA show, quote, I'm going to fight this guy again. My intention is to fight him in the right way. It has to be against Stipe. No one else matters. Cormier defeated Miocic to become the UFC heavyweight champion. Miocic won back the title at UFC 241 in August. Cormier indicated in January 2018 he intended to walk away from MMA when he turned 40 this past March. Those comments came before he toppled Miocic to simultaneously hold the heavyweight and light heavyweight belts. A return bout with Miocic was obviously too good to turn down, thus forcing Cormier to amend his retirement plan slightly. Now he made it clear he feels he has unfinished business with the current champ. Cormier told Helwani he likely would have called it a career if he defeated Miocic for a second time in Anaheim, California. ESPN's Brett Okamoto speculated earlier this month that Cormier could rekindle his rivalry with John Jones. Jones won a unanimous decision at UFC 182, and we all know the history between Jones and Cormier since then. However, when it comes to Lesnar, fans have already abandoned hope of seeing Cormier oppose Brock Lesnar in the octagon. They appeared headed for a confrontation after Lesnar interrupted Cormier's post-fight celebration at UFC 226. But all that aside, Cormier will be fighting Stipe Miocic.
I tell you what, I am ridiculously mystical, Jesse. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely unbelievable. Cormier fighting Stipe is the only fight to happen, and it was very obvious that he wasn't going to retire after that loss. Very, very obvious. So he wants to run it back with Stipe. Now the question is, does Stipe dick him around like Cormier dicked him around for the rematch? What do you think?
What do you mean dick him around?
What happened the last time? Stipe's like, I want the rematch, man. I didn't think I deserved the rematch, man. I want the longest rematch.
I don't.
And Cormier is like, I'm going to take Derek Lewis fight.
Yeah, because Stipe knows he's lost to DC once before, and I don't know if he'd want to risk losing it again. So maybe. Perhaps, yeah.
It kind of sucks for Stipe, right? Stipe doesn't have the leverage DC has. DC could get away with a hell of a lot more than Stipe because he's charismatic. He knows how to sell a fight a little bit better than Stipe. So DC kind of wanted to make a little extra money, and he didn't want to take the Stipe fight right away. Now the tables have turned because Stipe is not like DC. I feel like the UFC is going to take DC's side and say, no, we're going to give you a shitload of money to do that trilogy fight. So it sucks for Stipe, but I think that's his only option. The question is, how long does he make him wait for that fight? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think he's going to take anything in between because the UFC won't offer it. They're saying, take DC or you're waiting. I don't know. What do you think in the chat about Stipe versus Daniel Cormier and who wins the trilogy? Now, he's saying this is his last fight. I believe him with this. I really do.
Too.
I saw the sincerity in his eyes. And for the people that don't like Daniel Cormier, I do not understand. Watch the Ariel Helwani interview, and you'll see the guy's humble. He has one more fight left in him. I truly believe that, and let's see what happens. Who wins?
Kobe Daniel says they ain't gonna do nothing to Yair. Us Americans are all talk. Yo, Jordan, Stipe can't half-ass this. He has to go after DC. No mind games, no waiting. The MMA superfan DC will wrestle fuck Stipe with the rubber match. Kainoto, the right fight is to make is Stipe versus DC. Restore some legitimacy. Come on, UFC. D-Rest, Danny said Danny will lose and cry again. Torkenstein, old man. Zoltan Bose, watch Ariel Helwani, you fall asleep.
Yeah, you don't like him? You're not into Ariel? Well, yeah, I couldn't. You know what's funny? It's funny that he says that because I only saw bits and pieces, but I saw the essential pieces that I need to see. And I can't knock Ariel Helwani. The guy gets all the good interviews, so I can't really knock the guy. Puts in some good work over there. So Daniel Cormier, okay, fights Stipe Miocic, and all I'm thinking is Daniel takes this one very serious. He takes Stipe down. He wins on the feet. He does everything right to win this fight. That's what I'm saying. I don't see how Stipe wins his third fight.
I agree with you. I don't think Stipe is going to win this fight either.
No.
Nope.
Right? 2 DCs over here. Take that to the bank. Now, I'm a little biased because I'm a DC fan, but I really think that he is going to take this one seriously. Look how he was beating him in the first fight. You know, he got gassed out. You bring him down to the floor, you ground and pound, you put his Croatian face to the mat, smash him up. I know Stipe has some pretty decent wrestling, but I think if Daniel Cormier is relentless, makes it dirty against the fence, puts a lot of pressure, tires out Stipe, game over. Game motherfucker and over.
That didn't even make any sense.
Game motherfucking over. Jesse. Game motherfucking over.
All right.
What do you want to do right now? I don't think you want to read the news or read the chat. So what do you want to do? We do have a lot of stories to get to.
Yep.
What do you say?
So let's read the news, Moss.
Let's get into the news. By the way, with 5 minutes left in the show, you can save the show. We'll take some phone calls. We'll talk to the people. Have a lot to talk about. There's a Bellator event this Saturday as well. It's in Ireland. We're going to find out what time that is, but I'm not really...
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
I don't really care. True Grit.
If I was Stipe, I would say, sorry, bro. I'm waiting on Brock Lesnar. How you like them apples, fat
right?
boy?
I mean, if you think about it, he has the bull in his court again, right? So he could do that, but the UFC, they love DC. They love him. You know, he does a lot for the company outside, too, of fighting. He's doing a ton of shit for them. And I think he brings a little bit more value. So they're going to be on Team DC side, and they're going to force Stipe into a trilogy. It sucks. You got to think now that the bull's in Stipe's court, he should be able to say, no, you wait now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll fight Ngannou again. Right? Wouldn't you want to see that? Now I'm curious about this. You are a big Ngannou fan.
I would very much like to see Stipe fight Ngannou. I just don't know if it makes sense right now.
Now, what do you think about this? You were very much on, I want the John Jones fight. You didn't want the Stipe fight. So
yeah,
now
if we were going to talk about trilogies as the last fight for Cormier, then yes, I would have preferred to see the Jones fight at heavyweight. But I know that's not going to happen, so it's the next best thing, you know?
Okay, so Ngannou would be the third in your line of things to happen.
Yeah, I don't think the Ngannou fight versus Stipe makes sense right now. I think they do the trilogy and then Ngannou can challenge Stipe.
Okay, fair enough. All right, chat, we're going to move on to the next topic because we have a lot of stories to get to. So let's get back into the news as JBH is pumped up and ready to deliver the action. What do we got?
According to MMA Mania, Yair Rodriguez doesn't seem too interested in the Jeremy Stephens rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Another weekend of fisticuffs has come and gone as UFC Fight Night 159 blew the roof off Mexico City Arena in Mexico this past weekend. Plenty of fighters were left feeling the blues, including Alexa Grasso, who came out on the short end of a controversial decision defeat to Carla Esparza.
By the way, Jesse,
yeah,
Greg Oden Blaze is about to pass out from all the ass in his face. What do you think about that?
So...
what are your thoughts on Greg Oden Blaze having so much ass in his face he's about to pass out?
I can't say I've ever been there. I don't know.
Enjoy. Back to the news.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The much-anticipated featherweight main event came to an anticlimactic end after Rodriguez inadvertently poked Stephens in the eye 15 seconds in, forcing in ringside doctors to put an end to the fight because Lil Heathen was unable to open his eye. Of course, fight fans in attendance didn't take the news too well, throwing plastic bottles into the octagon and towards Stephens as he was escorted out of the cage. Rodriguez, meanwhile, was also upset as he didn't get the chance to fight in front of his supporters. Afterwards, Stephens issued a response to Rodriguez, who stated that even though he was giving Stephens the benefit of the doubt, Lying to get out of the fight was something the power puncher would have to live with if that was the case. Stephens shut down that ridiculous talk, campaigning for the promotion to run it back as soon as possible. Rodriguez, meanwhile, doesn't seem too convinced that it may be the right move. That's because he's the one who wasn't too sure about fighting Stephens to begin with. He said, quote, Jeremy Stephens wasn't the first on my mind to fight because he's behind me in the rankings and because he's really tough. He's a really, really tough guy, but basically it's the numbers. He's behind me in the rankings. I was looking for something else. I openly said it since before this happened. Right now, I don't know. I'm just going to wait and talk to the UFC again and see what they're thinking and just move on. I really don't see how the promotion can proceed without rebooking this fight as soon as possible. As far as Rodriguez giving Stephens the benefit of the doubt, that's great and all, but to even insinuate that there's a chance that Stephens was lying about being unable to continue through a no fault of his own is mind-boggling. Why would a man sign on the dotted line, spend $30,000 on training at Elevation, spend 6 weeks in Mexico preparing for a fight, only to take advantage of a way out 15 seconds in? It just doesn't add up. Regardless of which way you slice it, nevertheless, this is a rematch that has to happen, as everyone, fighters especially, were obviously left feeling very unsatisfied.
Like we said at the top of the show, we were picking Yair Rodriguez in this fight. I was kind of rooting for Rodriguez too. But after all this, it's tough to root for the guy. And, I mean, these guys are going to get more attention now. Him and Stephens will get more attention. People are actually talking about them. So I think this is a blessing in disguise. For him not to take the rematch, it's not even a rematch. To him to take the fight with Jeremy Stephens is insane. And I know he's like, oh, he's behind me. I shouldn't have took the fight in the first place. But you did. You did take the fight. So do it right. You clawed the guy in the eye like a wuss. Take the fucking fight. Like, what do you think, Jesse? These comments by Yair, they're making my head want to explode.
Yeah, I don't appreciate the way Yair handled it. I mean, I was on Yair's side when all of this first went down, and slowly I'm starting to lean more towards Stephens because the way he's handling everything, it's almost like he's happy that Stephens didn't finish, but he's not gonna show. You don't have to JBH, Cammy, it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's not gonna show that that he's, in some way satisfied about it because he wants to seem like the tough guy, and he's not the one who quit. Stephens is,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gradually leaning away from Yair, and it sucks because I was on Yair's side when this first happened.
Well, I will definitely be rooting for Jeremy Stephens in the next fight. I don't know who gun to the head. Who do you pick?
Stephens. It's starting to look like Stephens is more of a promising pick, because why would Yair be so cautious in a situation like this? It just doesn't make any sense.
I'm going to try to make an angle for the Rodriguez pick, but yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Stephens too, and I think it's because I'm picking with my heart and I'm not really paying attention. But from the 15 seconds that we've seen and how he was going back, and
there's a lot of caution.
Looked like he feared the power of Stephens.
Yep.
Yair's coming across like a bitch. With that being said, though, I really want to see the fight. I want to see the fight more now than I did before.
Now, yeah, because you go into the fight initially with some sort of idea of how the fight's going to go, and then when you see a completely different turnaround, it does make it a lot more entertaining.
All right. Well, who wins? Well, hopefully we see this fight again, and I think there is nothing else but to see this fight again. The question is when. We're going to move over to one more story over here, and then we're going to do the Save the Show. Jesse, what else we got in the news?
Well, speaking of Jeremy Stephens and Yair Rodriguez, they did get into a post-fight confrontation at a hotel. Yair and Stephens were supposed to fight in the main event of UFC Mexico last Saturday. We all know they barely got the chance. Rodriguez did the eye poke and everything. But in the wake of this unfortunate twist, Rodriguez was visibly disappointed and even accused Stephens of embellishing his injury.
Is this picture real, or someone photoshopped his head on this body?
No,
it looks real. Like they took a picture of mini Khabib and then put Jeremy Stephens' head. His head is not that big. Why does this not look real? This picture's not real. That's not Jeremy Stephens.
Yes,
I guarantee that's not Jeremy Stephens.
It is.
They just put some chick,
no.
And they put Jeremy Stephens' head on it. Jess, I'm telling you.
That's Stephens' moss.
Photoshop.
No.
That's not him. Why is his head so big?
Because Stephens has a big head and
that
a big beard. You have a big head.
I know, but what does that have to do with me?
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
True grit.
JBH looks sad. She must know Tony Ferguson is the type of guy to break into the house and steal her new paper car. Paper cars are un-American, but rooting for Stephens over here is very American, and so you even out.
There you go. Thank you, True Grit. That's very kind of you.
man.
What do you think? You have anything to say about that?
No, spot on, man.
It's like all the truth. Speaking the truth.
Spot on.
Oh, my God. The Save the Show has begun. If you'd like to save the show, we have a plethora of stories to get to. We want to open those phone lines and get your thoughts as well. Whatever donation comes in, say save the show. $2, 2 minutes, $5, 5 minutes, $10, 10 minutes. Jesse, you think someone's going to save this beautiful show?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what happens. All right. So back to the story, and we'll get this party going. Hopefully someone saves it.
So without going into the whole story, let me just tell you what Steven said happened. He says he comes up all cordial, talking about Yair, giving a thumbs up. He's like, hey, everything okay? He comes up, shakes my hand, trying to be a gentleman. Then he starts talking shit to me. I'm like, I'm not from karate school, bro. I'm from the street. I'm here to compete. I'm here to fight. I'm here to kill you. Stevens claims it was at this point that things briefly got physical. He adds that there is a video of the incident recorded by Rodriguez's family, though he doubts that will ever be released. He says, quote, right away my mentality was back the fuck up, so I shoved him. His coaches, his dad, his parents, and everybody was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know his sister has footage. I'm waiting for them to release that footage, but I guarantee they're not going to release it because he looked like a coward there coming up. I thought he was trying to be a gentleman. Unfortunately, that wasn't it. He wants to talk and say anything. I don't know Yair. He doesn't know me, but I'm not like that. I'm not going to let you come up and talk shit, especially after you eye-poked me. In the wake of this foiled UFC Mexico fight, Jeremy Stephens has called for a do-over with Rodriguez. Time will tell if the UFC matchmakers grant his wish. I do want to say something about this, though. If indeed there is footage, they're going to use that for promotion. UFC is going to buy that footage off of whoever has it, and they're going to use that for a promotion thing to, promote the next fight. I think that's where the money is. They got to get their hands on that footage. If they want to hype up this fight even more, if the eye poke wasn't enough, buy that footage off of whoever recorded it and then make that a marketing value.
All right.
That's what I would do as a businesswoman.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to pop up somewhere because the fight's inevitable. It's going to happen. It is weird. This whole situation is weird, and Yair is not coming off good at all. He doesn't look good at all in this situation. The way he had the temper tantrum, he could have kind of calmed down that crowd and said he's jumping around like a lunatic. It is what it is. You fucking poked him in the eye. He couldn't continue. Whether you believe him or not, it doesn't matter. What are you going to do? You move on. You move the fuck on. All right, chat, what do you think about this whole situation? With 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in the show, will someone save it? AJ with the Come On Ronda song. Holy shit. Come on, Ronda! Come on, Ronda! Ejaculate! Come on, Ronda! Come on, Ronda! Hey, AJ.
Fook yeah.
Fook yeah. There we go. Well, listen, you didn't say save the show, but we will add 12 minutes on. Thank you to AJ. So 12 minutes to save the show. Why not? I mean, AJ did donate his hard-earned dollars. You are wonderful, wonderful, AJ.
Wonderful.
All right, chat room, what do you say? 1:30 left in the show. If you want to add to the 12 minutes, you know what to do. Drop that donatione. Let's see what the chat says about Rodriguez
Scrubify says a currency, infinite conscious, LOL, Moss, pedophilia, a cumin, Shannon Stewart, AJ with the fist pump, life and logic, yup, Danny Daniels fan 2019. I was hoping for a more popular name to donate. Yo, Jordan, Yair is a snake. Not being racist, I don't judge people by skin, but by skill. Greg Odin Blaze, AJ donated his entire hourly wage. Justin Jr., let's go, AJ. Pedophilia. I've changed my mind. Brazil, Mexicans are the filthy animals that suck. Colby, KAG, Covington. Kevin from Chicago, 10 more minutes. D-Rest, Candy Crush.
All right. So here we go. 50 seconds left in the Save the Show. There's 12 minutes that we're going to add on, but will you add more minutes to it? Jesse, what do you think? Is someone going to slip in by the buzzer?
Yes.
You think so? Wow. Let's see. Oh, shit. We see a Drunk Savage coming up the rankings over there. It looks like another 5 spot. And will anyone else jump in? And that adds, 17? Look at that. Look at that math. Quick math over here.
Good job, Moss. You're very smart.
Super chat.
Fucking genius over here. Save the show.
Save show.
Yes, Drunk Savage.
Wonderful.
What a guy. What a guy. Goddamn legend. Legend.
You need your haircut.
Wonderful.
You think?
Yeah.
Why am I not getting my haircut, Jesse?
Because you asked me to do it.
Because I'm broke.
Because you're broke.
I do need it. Oh, the supper's ready. Well, tomorrow, what do you think? Tomorrow, would you like to test
I will cut your hair
skills?
tomorrow.
But the problem is I need my top cut, too.
Okay.
You're not doing that.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'm scared.
Top part's the easy part. It's the fade that's difficult.
Well, it's not going to be a fade. It's going to be like a bowl cut type deal. My hair's going to look ridiculous on Wednesday. I'm just warning you right now. All right, let's add 17 minutes to the clock. And let me know in the chat what you think. Will JBH be able to pull it off?
I've never done a fade, so.
Here's the question, though. Usually if I fuck up my hair, I just shave my whole head. Are you willing to see that?
No.
Better not fuck it up.
Nope.
Haircuts are really expensive. It's ridiculous. It's kind of stupid how expensive haircuts are now. But it is what it is. It's worse for women. Women haircuts.
Oh, shit. Well, all right.
All
Talk
right,
about
anyway.
it later. Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. All right, so do you want to get one? Let's get one more story in, and then we'll open up those phone lines. What else do we have in the news?
According to MMA Fighting, Dana White says the BMF belt will cost $50,000 and confirms that The Rock will present it to the winner. Not too long ago, Dana White said that Nate Diaz was not a needle mover. However, how the times have changed. Sorry. Not only has the UFC president acknowledged his folly. Whoa.
Trump's hair is on fire! Trump's hair is on fire! Donald Trump is on fire! Trump's hair is on fire!
Wow. Fouquier. So there we go. Thank you, Donald Trump saying Fouk Yair. I was looking over here. I don't know. So OBS had a new update. Maybe that's what it is. It's the new fucking update.
Maybe.
That's exactly what it is. Thank you for the donation, Fouk Yair. All right, back into the story over here. That is what it is. It's a new goddamn update. We'll add. Let's add 5 more minutes. We'll just go to 20 on this one.
White said when asked about the belt, quote, I think the belt's like $50,000. Now, while $50,000 is no small sum, some estimates have put the cost of the old UFC titles at close to $300,000, 6 times the cost of the BMF title. However, those numbers are unsubstantiated and are most likely significantly higher than the actual cost of the belts. But even if that is true, the BMF title will have something none of its other more expensive cousins will have, the blessing of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Shortly after Diaz versus Masvidal was announced, The Rock chimed in on social media, saying he would do everything possible to make it to the fight, and when Masvidal said he wanted The Rock to be the one to wrap the belt around his waist when he won, Johnson said he was game.
If I won the belt, I would just sell it for the $50K. I'd rather have $50,000 than that belt, to be honest.
Well, apparently Dana White is taking The Rock up on that offer. Not only will the winner of Diaz-Masvidal get a shiny new, entirely unique belt, but they'll also be the only fighter in UFC history to be crowned a champion at the hands of The Rock, because according to Dana White, if Dwayne Johnson wants to do it, why wouldn't he let him?
All right, so more BMF talk over here.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
$1,000. So it is definitely The Rock?
He will be presenting the belt to the winner, yeah.
All right, so it's just, yeah. It's, I got lit up. A lot of people were like, this is great. Why are you upset about this? Because I don't watch the WWE, man. I don't do it. I've tried maybe when I was a kid, WWF I watched, but I can't. I'm too old for that shit. And I like the UFC. I like the theatrics and everything like that. I like the circus stuff, but this here is just it's overboard WWE for me. We've gone too far. And now a $50,000 belt. Apparently Masvidal's making a shitload of money according to his interview in Ariel Helwani's show. What do you think he's making on this fight?
God only knows. I don't even want to know. I'd probably vomit at knowing the price.
Well, I hope they get paid. If the fighters get paid, I'm good. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that shit. I want the fighters to get paid. They deserve it. They deserve every penny that they make. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, they're making too. You could never say a fighter's making too much money. Unless they're fucking fighting a clown fight, or this is a badass fight. But The whole belt situation and The Rock going in there, putting the belt around the waist, it's like, just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like jizz. It's like someone jizzed in my mouth. I don't want that. I don't want any jizz in my mouth. The UFC's jizzing in my mouth, Jesse.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It sucks. All right, so let's take the calls on Rodriguez and Jeremy Stephens. I do want to talk about the rest of the card, too, if you would like to discuss. Hold on a second. There are two things that I want to touch base on. What is going on? Why am I having a problem here? What's my problem?
Super chat.
PBR.
Middle finger, BMF belt.
Doesn't like it. Not liking the BMF belt. I don't blame you. It's a shite belt. It's a shitey belt. All right. You all right, man? Cool? You're anxious, right? You want a hug?
No, I'm not anxious.
Let me give you an on-air hug or something?
No.
You're very fidgety. No?
I just, sometimes there's some nights when I just have a lot going on in my head,
You know, I forgot. I have those squeezers, the forearm, the things that work out the forearms where you squeeze them. You should get them things in there. I'm peeling my fucking...
I don't need any of that. No? Nah.
What about a midget? Should I put a midget behind you?
I'm really anxious. I'm not...
All right.
Good.
You just seem a little tense. It's all right.
No.
Just looking out for you, kid. All right, so Carla Esparza versus Alexa Grasso is the co-main event. And it went Carla Esparza's way. I thought she won the first 2 rounds, and Alexa Grasso definitely won the third. In fact, she almost finished her with the armbar. So what are your thoughts on this? A lot of people are screaming and complaining, and regardless of the outcome here, people were dumping shit, like pouring beer on Carla Esparza on the way out. And that is ridiculous. A lot of people aren't talking about that. Everyone's talking about Yair Rodriguez and the eye poke and people throwing shit at Jeremy Stephens. But what about dumping beer on Carla Esparza? She's not a judge. It's not her fault. She actually put on some performance to get out of like a Harry Houdini situation, getting out of that armbar in the third round. Yeah. And then they're dumping fucking beer on her? Yeah, Isn't she Mexican?
Yeah, I think people were already starting to get enraged as the night went on. And, that was the co-main event. So they were already near their peak. And, what do you say about fans like that?
Are they dirty animals? Are they filthy animals like Colby Covington said about the Brazilians?
I don't say.
Do we lump them in the same category?
I don't say things like that.
Well, that was pretty messed up, man. That's not cool. That wasn't cool at all. And then she's crying after the fight and ridiculous. Then you have this fight over here that was a split draw where you had Moreno versus Askarov. I thought Moreno won, but it was close, very, very close, and they made a split draw, and I'm not upset about it, but you have things like happening like this on the card, and I guess people are starting to get pissed off. I have no idea. The spinning back fist was insane. Martin Bravo gets knocked the fuck out by Steven Peterson. Steven Peterson needed this win in the worst way and gets it done. Spinning fist. Both of them threw the spinning back fist, but Peterson's landed nice and flush.
I couldn't believe that.
What knockout of the year. Right over here. If you didn't see this, run this one back. Your mouth is going to drop. It's going to drop it like it's hot. All right, let's open the phone lines. Because, God damn it. God forbid we don't open up the phone lines. Be like, oh, no! What are you doing? Open up the phone lines now! I need to talk! I need to talk. All right, let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines. Right, Jess?
Yep.
Let the people say what's on their mind. We got 14 minutes left. Plenty of time. Now, when you do call in, make your points quick so we can have multiple calls. And, don't, we will hang up if it gets a little wordy. All right. 516-522-0267. Call up the holes. Hang with the boys.
Hang with the boys.
All right. Let's see what's going on in the chat as we wait.
Bush says Mexicans are short. LOL. Scribify HD. Colombians. Danny Daniels. I need to hear the people. Leon Phelps. Chris, that's how you fantasize. That's how I fantasize you doing me.
What?
I don't know.
I'm doing you? When did this happen?
Kevin from Chicago, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's on your mind?
What's up? I got a couple quick points before I let this time run out. The fans in MMA, it says a lot about their culture. If you look at Japan, you look at how the Japanese fans act, very classy, very respectful, not a bunch of heathens, filthy animals. Then you look at Brazil, then you look at Mexico, and it's a reflection of their culture. You could say, you can blah, 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 but no, it's not. It is. The Japanese fans are really respectful, class act. Then you look at these Brazilians, how they act. Then you look at the Mexican fans, they're freaking throwing shit, acting like filthy animals. It's really messed up, but a good point. The reason that is with the Mexican fans, is because they're used to boxing. They're used to fucking fixed fights, corrupt fights. They're used to Oscar De La Hoya protecting their fighters and getting their little special fights that favor their fighter, favor the Mexican fighter. And then when it comes to the UFC, they don't play that shit. Everyone's got a fair shot. It's even. And when they see two of their fighters get knocked out cold, Martin Bravo gets starched, spinning back fist laid out. Then they see Polo Reyes get knocked out on his feet up against the cage, stiff as a board against the cage. They didn't like that. They didn't like that at all. So when it came to the main event, they were already pissed. They were all ready to flip out. And they just exposed who they were. We already knew that, though. Mexico ain't known to be no fucking paradise, but you fucking filthy animals. Get your shit together, Yair Rodriguez. You were celebrating that win. You were celebrating. And then he caught himself, and then he knew, oh, man, maybe I shouldn't do that because I'm going to look like an idiot. But either way, they got exposed. Take it easy.
All right. There's Kevin. That was 1 point, by the way. That was a long point over there. I'm not sure what his point was, to be honest. I guess he just wanted to lead up to him saying that they're filthy animals.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's where he was going. Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the call. 516-522-0267. Get your thoughts in on this situation. Rodriguez versus Jeremy Stephens. Melee.
Oh, no, caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Yo, John Savage.
What's up, Drunk?
So, JBH, you're finally realizing that it was intentional, the eye poke?
No, I don't think it was intentional. I think the way he handled the situation was wrong. I think he unintentionally poked him in the eye. I don't think he should have opened his hand like that, but it was very clear it was unintentional. Where I have a problem is the fact that he took no responsibility for it. You know, whether it was an accident or not, you know, he took zero responsibility for the ending of this fight, and it's a little disgraceful to see, you know. You would think that as a professional fighter, he would have handled the situation a lot differently, and I don't think he did.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But come on, that was intentional.
No way.
What was he trying to do? Flick his nose or something? What he opened up his hand.
It was a reaction, though. Like, you could tell he was backing up, and he did open his hand, but it was a mere reaction to the strike from Stephens. So I disagree. I think it's unintentional for sure.
There's a clip on Twitter, slow-mo, him going in for a fist, a punch, and he opens up his hand, flicks it.
Yeah,
it's very intentional.
No, I think it's just a reaction.
I think there was intent. I do. But it's funny. When you watch it in slow motion, it comes across as pretty bad. But when you watch it in real time, it's so quick that it doesn't look that bad. Like, when you watch it in real time, it's like, oh, that was quick. All right, he flicked him in the eye. But it didn't look like he really... It looked like just a weird reaction that he had. So I can't tell if he was... I think he was scared. That's what I think it was. You know, I think he was nervous in the situation. He didn't want to get hit, and he just kind of threw his arm out, and that's what it was, you know?
Yeah, probably. So you think DC's really going to retire after this? Or you think UFC give him a bunch of money to fight John Jones?
Say DC knocks Stipe out in the trilogy, knocks him out quickly like he did the first time. Uninjured, feeling good. That is the only way I think that if they dump a bunch of money on him, they would do something like that. But I have a feeling the third fight's going to be a war, an absolute war between the two of them. And I feel he will retire, yes. Jesse, what do you think?
I think DC's going to wrestle him the whole night.
Yeah. I mean, think about how...
chances.
Yeah, he was winning the whole fight. And if he would have stuck to a game plan of grinding on him and wrestling him, and he can beat him on the feet, you know, I think that's just... He has all the tools to do it, you know? Or maybe Stipe's in his head. Maybe now that he's gotten knocked out, he gassed out to Stipe, knows how tough Stipe is. You know, I don't see DC losing, no. I really can't. He's too good.
Yeah. Last thing, you think McGregor would challenge Nate if he won the BMF title, or that title?
It's very possible. It really is. It kind of, like, they're talking about Frankie Yeager now, and you're hearing all these names, and it's just like, honestly, I can't even make a prediction with the guy anymore. He's impossible to make a prediction with.
Yeah, never know what that coked up little leprechaun's going to do.
Oh, my God, that's so mean. Oh, my God, Jesse. Oh, he agrees. All right. Anything else, Drunk?
No. Good-looking hat, JBH.
Huh.
Thanks, Drunk.
Show it off again, Jess?
I will at the end of the show.
All right. Thanks for the call.
All right. Later, time much.
There it is. Drunk Savage calling in. 516-522-0267. What do you think about Rodriguez, Stephens, the whole situation in Mexico. You have Carlos Esparza. A lot of things to talk about.
832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Oh, you son of a bitch. God damn it, he got us.
Oh, I love him. I love him so much. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
You stupid cholo motherfuckers, you're...
516-522-0267. He doesn't like Mexicans, Jesse. Apparently Kevin from Chicago is not a fan of the Mexicans.
Anyone who's not his race. 405, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Oh, them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers try to cockblock me.
What's up, Con?
What's up?
What's going on?
Hey, man, they fucking missing the point, man. Y'all missing it. Everybody's missing it. I'm telling you, if you remember before he got poked in the eye, he got kicked in the face. I think that fucking kick knocked something loose. And his little slap in the eye fucked it up, whatever it was that came loose.
So you...
Nobody's talking about that. He got kicked in that same fucking part of his eye, right? It's a front kick right to the face.
People were bringing that up.
He got slapped right after.
So what do you think? You think that is the reason? You think the kick had something to do with it? Anything else? Yeah.
Yep, that's what happened.
516-522-0267.
Seven 747, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hi, I'm Ruben Velasco.
What's your name?
Ruben Velasco.
Hey, Ruben. How's it going?
Ruben.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I was kind of, mad you guys didn't say anything about that one white dude. He was pretty racist on there.
Who, Kevin?
And,
they called him?
Maybe the caller, too, and you guys didn't say anything. I kind of thought that was a little rude.
All right, hold on a second. Are you Mexican?
Yeah.
And your name is Ruben, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Ruben, hold on a second. I'm going to say something for you. Listen, you motherfuckers. If you say one more bad thing about Mexicans, me and Ruben are going to get in a car together, and we're going to run you over. We're going to run your family over. I don't care what race you are. I'm defending the Mexicans with Ruben. You with me, Ruben?
No, I appreciate that, man.
I got you, man. Listen, we're going to listen, I'm with the Cholos. I'm in. I am in. Jessie has some Mexican in her. I'm all about it. I love fucking tacos. I love burritos. I love the whole thing. I love the heritage.
All right, Moss.
I love the colors. I love everything. The sombreros, everything. So, Ruben, I'm in with you, man.
No, yeah, but I agree. I think the throwing bottles shit and all that was pretty disrespectful. I didn't think it kind of made it look bad because there is Mexico's kind of fucked up place, but not all.
Yeah.
Because I have a big ranch in Mexico.
Okay.
Nothing goes down over there. But like our caller was pretty much of a dickhead. I didn't like that and respect that. I watch you guys all the time.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard him call in before, Kevin from Chicago?
What was that?
Have you heard him call in before, Kevin from Chicago? Have you heard that name before?
No, I've never heard that name. He seemed like a dickhead. But you know what? It's people like that because I was a bouncer for clubs while I was attending Pepperdine. I'm from Newport Beach, California.
Okay.
And it was people like that who I've always had to. I would get a sick arm pump from lifting those kind of people up outside of the club because they were always slept.
Yeah.
They always, got something on the floor knocked out. I'm tired of seeing people like that.
Sure.
I grew up around a lot of white people. I played football. They took me in as family. And shit like that. So I'm not saying all white people are racist, but that's fucked up.
Yeah.
We are in a time where it feels like that. There's a kind of racial tension, but that's just uncalled for. That was just bullshit. That guy was just bullshit. I'm sorry.
Listen.
Well, in fairness, he doesn't like Jews either.
Well,
does that make it any better?
From one Mexican to another, there's no such thing as racial tension on this show. Everything is completely not off limits. Nobody's safe here. So if there's one thing that I could tell you to at least try to understand, it's when you're part of the MMA Holes, nothing's off limits.
Yeah, it's a fucking mishmash.
No, I understand the internet is shit. It's cool, but it's shit. But I thought that made me hurt. That guy was a dick. And even though I shouldn't have let it get to me because I'm never going to see that guy in Chicago. I live in LA, but
don't let it get to you, man. Listen, the big question here is...
I'm going to continue watching you guys. Even right now, I'm going to smoke this little joint.
Yeah, Ruben, smoke.
You guys.
Real quick.
Take care.
Hold on.
You guys.
Before you go, hold on. You were a bouncer, right? So did you ever smash any of those shot girls? I mean, they're beautiful. You ever smash any of them?
Dude, I don't kiss and tell, but, I'm going to tell you, maybe two. I have done twice, I'm not a bad-looking guy, but I'm not the best-looking guy. I'm a good guy, but not the best. I'm not a Brad Pitt.
There you go, Ruben.
Obviously, but I'm in college too, man. So
yeah.
I'm trying to have fun.
I got you. All right, that's what I wanted to know. All right, Ruben. Thanks for the call.
All right, take care. I'll be watching. Thank you, guys.
All right, Ruben's good. I like Ruben. He's a nice guy. If you smash 2 shot girls and you beat up racist people, you're with me. Maybe one day Ruben could be our bodyguard, Maybe one day when we're in LA, we call up Ruben and be like, yo, listen, there might be some Kevin from Chicago's around here. We need a little backup. Ruben pulls up on his fucking hopping car. We get in. We're in. Right?
Wonderful.
516-522-0267. Only could take probably 2 more quick calls. Call up. Let us know your thoughts on the situation of UFC Mexico that happened this Saturday. We have a big fight, big card coming up this weekend, fight night that's early in the day. And we'll get more into that on the Wednesday show. What a show, Jess.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to say this. If we missed any of the stories, and we did miss a bunch of stories tonight, go over to the MMAHoles.com, check out the news section and the community section, and you got all these stories over there. Here we go, Jess. Take the call.
832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Oh. And H. Wait, hold on a second. We have a donation.
It's funny seeing someone upset at Kevin from Chicago. It's like, it's Kevin.
Yeah, right, True Grit. Thank you for the donation. All right. What's going on? Yeah. It sucks because while the donation was going, I'm like, that is not in. But I was just like, well, there you go. That's Pulse. All right, one more call. 516-522-0267. What'd you think of his NH impersonation?
It's great.
All right, here we go. Just take it away.
405, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Fuck you, Kevin. I'm the new king, bitch.
You made it. You got him.
Hey, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
It's breaking news. I got breaking news.
Okay.
Chrome's going to be a pappy again.
You going to be a what?
A daddy.
Are you really?
Oh, shit. Yep.
Oh, fuck. How'd you do this?
Are you excited?
Whoa.
Kind of. Kind of not.
Now, are you married or no? Is this a girlfriend or who is the young lady that you knocked up?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. On again, off again.
So do you have kids with this lady? Like, do you have other kids with the same?
Yes, this will be my 5th one.
What?
Wow.
5 kids. How old's your oldest?
I have 2 sets of twins.
Oh my God! 2 sets of twins?
Yes.
Are you fucking with me?
I hope this little bastard has another one with him.
Wow, man, oh man, might be time to tie her tubes up. She go in there with a machine gun.
Gee, it's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I thought my pullout game, man.
No.
I got to stop.
So is that what it is? You put it on the belly, you put it on the back, you put it all over the place?
No, he doesn't put it anywhere but inside, clearly.
I got to chop it off, man.
Yeah, you have no pull-out game. This is your 5th child.
Wait, how old are you, Chrome? How old are you?
36.
Nah, see, look, he's a young kid. He could keep on popping them out.
36 or 26?
Yeah, well, hell, I had my first 2 when I was 17.
Whoa, shit. Man, oh man, you think you would learn then? No, you don't care. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right? No, well, congratulations.
I live the life of a savage.
You should, if it's a boy, name it Chris. If it's a girl, name him Jesse. Her, Jesse, excuse me.
And I was just going to name it Beavis and Buttfuck.
You could do that. That's a great name, too.
Oops, and my bad.
All right. Chrome, thank you for the
Congratulations,
call.
Chrome.
And good luck.
Yeah.
What breaking news.
Fuck.
Chrome to your dome. It's popping another kid out. Look at that. All right, Jesse. Well, this was fun.
Yes.
There was a lot of stuff today that happened. Jesse and the team were working diligently to put together sponsors, and we want to just thank you to Jesse and the team for the hard work. Sticker Mule is part of the family, and it is wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
There's a link in the description. You can get your discounts on stickers over there. The more you buy, the more discounts you get. And we'll be having some promotional stuff as well. So Stay tuned for that. Theragun, very excited about both of these. Theragun, I can't wait to try this thing. This thing looks amazing. Everyone raves about it. The reviews are through the roof. They're saying that this thing is like a lifesaver, breaking up like all the muscles and the dead tissue, whatever the hell it does. It gives you the best massage, it loosens you up, and I am looking very forward to putting this on my cock and balls and up Jesse's pussy. It's going to be great.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Also, BetDSI, get your bets in. We got some fights this weekend. You know what to do. Promo code MMA-Hole. And Real Bearded Men, 15% off. Promo code MMA-Hole. And last but not least, Timeless CBD, 20% off. Oh, I love that shit. Jesse, you want to say some last words before we sign off?
We'll be live again on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you join us for TGIW. We will have 2 hours worth of a show, not just an hour, so you guys will have a little extra time to spend with us. And, yeah. Make sure you guys head over to the website, themmaholes.com, link in the description. And any other announcements for tonight? No?
I think that's it.
Yeah. So don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.